my fellow sexy, sassy, saucy, limitless HBICs. How you doing on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? How's everyone doing? How are we doing? Are we on our manifestation game today? Or are we giving in to those shitty ass thoughts we have where, we're doubting, we're not believing that it's possible to have whatever it is we're manifesting? Are you doing that today instead? I think today is a great day for you to be sick of this shit. Sick of your own damn victim state. I think today's the day. Enough's enough. Today we make the change. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video today. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about. So let me do my basic bitch shit first. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below. They're in the screens. It just went by. I have 2 channel memberships over here on YouTube. I go live on Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the exclusive Lives membership group. And I go live with the Hot Seat coaching group on Friday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you join the Hot Seat group, you have access to both memberships. Okay? Let's talk about a few things. I'm also on, where else am I? I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Clapper, and I would love for you to join me in all these places. I would also absolutely love for you to give me a like. If this video zhuzhes you, give me a like. If you don't know what a zhuzh means, zhuzh is just like, it peps you up, little spark, makes you feel good. That's a zhuzh, okay? So if you're getting a zhuzh from me, what is on my glasses, for fuck's sake? If you're getting a little zhuzh, how about a like? Or how about just a like to hook a bitch up? Could you do that for me? That would be appreciated. And I would love for you to stick around. So subscribe and come back, okay? Not really one to ask for that type of shit, but today I'm in the mood. So I'm doing it. All right, so let's jump in. I'm sure the title in itself is a dead giveaway of what this video is going to be about, on top of the fact that I just told you, okay? So, are you sick of your own shit yet? Are you sick of it? Are you sick and tired of not having exactly what you want in your life? Now, get it. I've made plenty of videos to zhuzh you, to pep you up, to, let you know you can be doing, have whatever it is that you want, whatever it is. Okay? So why don't you have it? Why don't you have your manifestation yet? Why isn't it here? Why are you still living an existence in a 3D reality that you're not happy? Put something on my lips. My girl Corey gave me these little lippies. Anyways, if right now in this moment you're watching this video and you don't have what you're manifesting and you're not experiencing movement in your 3D and you're fucking sick of that, you are tired of just not having your manifestation, then it's time for you to be sick of your shit. Sick of your own shit. What do I mean? I mean, let's keep it real. 99.99% of you just thought about how you want your manifestation, but, and an excuse came up. An excuse came up. An excuse as to why you are not the version of yourself that has your manifestation. Now, for some of you, that's not what just happened. And you were on your manifestation game, and you are. And you're feeling on top of your game. Good. You're in the right reality. But for anybody that came up with an excuse as to why it's not here yet, even if it's an excuse of, I don't think it's going to work for me. I think it works for everybody else, but I don't think it works for me. It doesn't work for me. That's got to go. And it's got to be the time where you are sick of feeling that way. I really want to say, get your head out of your asses and let's start applying the law of assumption to your life. Whoops. Let's start applying the law of assumption to your life. Let's actually really start doing it instead of talking about it, instead of sucking in content everywhere. Let's be serious today and every day going forward. I don't mean we got to be perfect. You've heard me say that a million times. If you're new here, you don't got to be perfect to manifest. You don't. You don't have to be perfect. But there comes a point where it's time to be sick and tired of not having your shit. Now, this video is specifically for people in the victim state. It's for the victimers, the victimies. And you know who you are. You know who you are. And you know you're in victim state. And if you don't think you're in victim state, let me tell you why you are. If you think that your specific person is choosing deliberately to not be with you, you're in a victim state. If you think that it's just too hard to manifest money, it's just too hard to manifest good health, you're in a victim state. Period. If I post a success story and you leave a comment under the success story, being angry with the person who had the success story, being frustrated with them that they didn't give enough details on what they did to get their manifestation, you're in a victim state. Period. That was pretty specific. I know it was. Okay. It was a victim state. No hate, no judgments. But I know what it feels like to be sick and tired of not having what you want. Because you're not comfortable. You're not. You're in a frustrated place. Maybe you have anxiety. Maybe it's worry. But it's not a comfortable place. However, victim state, in a really fucked up way, does feel comfy. It's because it feels natural to you. Now, I just made a video about this the other day, and I'm kind of like stemming off from that, but we're getting more real. Victim state feels natural to a lot of people because you've probably spent most of your life in that state, being that version of yourself. I know because I was there too. I probably had at least 41 years of being there. 40, I'll be 49 in May. I definitely had 41 years of being there, I think. Because I always thought everything was everyone else's fault. And boy, that felt better than blaming me, right? I don't want to take responsibility for all the bullshit in my life and all the horrible experiences, shitty relationships, the shitty men I encountered. I don't want to take responsibility for that. I certainly didn't in the beginning of my journey. I do now. It's changed my life completely because I decided, and so can you, the feeling sorry for myself or sitting back and just worrying that it might not be, maybe it's not meant for you. Maybe it's not meant for you to have this experience. Maybe manifestation is bullshit. I know the thoughts that are probably going through your mind because I had them too. It's got to be enough is enough. We've got to be at the place where enough is enough. You can sit and watch manifestation content all damn day long if you want to, but that's not going to get you your manifestation. And no, I am not saying that watching content is going to stop your manifestation. I'm saying just sucking it in and never applying is not going to get you what you want. And it's not because manifestation doesn't work. In fact, it works beautifully. Because if you are consistently deciding to be a version of yourself that doesn't have the manifestation, who doesn't think it's possible to have that manifestation, if you're consistently thinking that, your 3D has probably been giving you plenty of evidence, plenty of validation, proof that it doesn't work for you. Because your 3D reality is always validating who you believe you are, who you really think you are. And I know for some of you, you're not ready to really be real with yourself on what you really think about yourself. But I'm not going to coddle you in this video. This is the video where you're done. No more excuses. Because in my heart of hearts, I want you to get your manifestation. I want you to. I want you to come back and tell me, it worked. I did it. I finally did it, Kim. I have people every single day telling me they finally understand states of consciousness, finally make sense. And boy, doesn't their 3D quickly change. Because your 3D always has to validate you. Manifestation is real. Manifestation works. It does. Your desire is what's meant for you. But it's time to take that serious. It's time to take that serious. It's time to stop giving excuses, even if you're only giving those excuses to yourself and you're faking it to the rest of the world. We will never outrun what we're doing up here, what we're marinating in, what we're unfortunately believing to be true. You are meant to have joy, happiness, and you can have it starting today. So let's discuss how to stop being a damn victim and start seeing true changes in your 3D and within self. If you're new and you've just found the law of assumption, how you doing? I'm manifesting with Kimberly. How you doing? I am sexy, sassy, saucy, and a lot of the times snarky with a touch of sarcasm, okay? That's how I deliver the message here. Because some people need this. I needed it. And I wish there were more people like me in the community when I needed help. Yeah? Okay. I'm going to give us a rundown really, really quick so that anybody that is new, this video can still apply to you. We are always, ever manifesting into our world exactly who we believe we are. Some of us are not even aware who we believed we were. Some of us aren't even aware that we have shitty beliefs, shitty limiting beliefs. And to just give you a quick rundown, take a look at your life and all the damn things that you don't like, there's a limiting belief somewhere sticking to that. Okay? A lot of us come riddled with limiting beliefs. When we first, find this community, a lot of us are riddled with that. So there's no judgment from where you are in your journey. There's no judgment whatsoever. This is why I share the things I've gone through on my journey, and I tell you the truth about where I've been up here. I tell the truth. I share it because I know there's other people out there feeling the same damn way or having similar experiences. I know it, and it probably feels good to know that somebody else lived through it and is finally on the other damn side of it. Okay? Okay. Because that we are always ever manifesting who we believe we are, fooling ourselves has to be left outside, man. We're done with that. Fooling ourselves, pretending that we're not thinking things that we really are thinking, or that we're not believing things about ourselves. All of that's got to go. True authenticity matters when manifesting. True authenticity. And all I mean by that is, I used to be really good at putting band-aids on things I didn't feel like dealing with and pretending that I wasn't thinking about things or thinking about myself certain types of ways. So I had to get real with myself and really think about what I thought about love, what I thought about relationships, and what I thought about me being able to get those things. And, I had some beliefs that sucked. Didn't feel good enough. Didn't feel like, long-term relationships were going to work for me. Fear of abandonment. I had a lot. But with working on that, I was able to change it. But when I say working, I don't mean from the place of telling myself that I was full of limiting beliefs or that I'm a mess and I can't believe all the terrible things I manifest. No, that's not what we do here. So if you're wasting your time beating yourself up for things that you've manifested in your life that you're not happy about. It's a waste of time. Stop torturing yourself. It doesn't matter anymore. We can change everything. We can change things. Okay? You can start your life over today. But it starts with you being willing, there's a video already on that, to let go of your victim state, to let it go. To stop telling yourself that your specific person doesn't want you, even if they're showing up in your 3D saying they don't want you. That is just the manifestation of who you were. So we start today and we get really authentic to what we want to experience in our life. Maybe it's looking at a celebrity or another YouTuber and thinking, oh my God, I wish I had their life. Or I wish I looked like them. You know, I think we all naturally find someone who like, oh my God, I wish I could look like her. I know I did, right? No big deal. Okay. What do you want that life of yours to look like? How do you want to feel when you get up in the morning? Because when you get up in the morning, that's like when we're stepping back into self. We're stepping back into it. And when I say stepping into self, it's you deciding who you are. No matter what the 3D tells you. Because your 3D is not in charge. You are. It's no coincidence that I call you all HBICs. Because you're the head bitch, boy, badass, boss, in charge of your reality. But some of you are not taking the CEO position. Some of you are sitting back and allowing 3D circumstances to control you and to control your own damn decision making. I know, because I was guilty of that too. We stop that shit today. You've got to be sick of that shit so we can make the change. Because for a lot of you, you just making that decision, like I am sick and tired of being motherfucking sick and tired, that's going to propel you into a more beneficial state so your perception changes and you can start getting really serious about your journey. But to sit back and consistently watch content and take it all in and flip through TikTok and flip through Instagram, listening to every damn manifestation coach of the planet, and there's a lot of them now, so you're probably sitting there all day, and then never applying it, I'm saying it, is fucking dumb. It's dumb. Because the only person that you're hurting by never just taking what you know, your knowledge, and applying it is you. You're holding yourself back. We're not going to do that anymore. Today's the day you stop. Be serious about your journey. This can be fun and this can be pleasurable, especially when you start seeing movement to your manifestation. When you start seeing movement and start seeing, oh my God, like this is real. This is real. I don't know. In my opinion, there ain't nothing like that feeling when I know that I'm the reason something showed up, the good shit. I love taking ownership of that. Some of you have had bits and pieces. Some of you have had plenty of hot and cold behavior. I did too. And I know when the cold behavior starts coming in and it ain't fun. It's very discouraging. I know it is. But some of you, when you get in that fucking cold behavior moment in your 3D world, you go right on back to victim state. And you sit there and you get marinated in it. You swim in the pools of shitfucker land. If you're new here, shitfucker land is what I call being in a shitty mindset, being in the wrong place. This isn't about you faking happiness, faking positivity, none of that shit. It's time to be serious about your manifestation journey. Because it's easy. It's easy to sit back and point fingers and say it doesn't work. And it's easy to point the finger at other people and say it's their fault. But that's bullshit. Because it does work. So, like I said, how are we doing it? Today is the day we've decided we're sick and tired of not having what we want, and we're sick and tired of feeling like shit. So if you're someone who likes to affirm, you're going to start affirming that I am the version of myself finally now who believes manifestation works for me perfectly. Start there. Start affirming that's who you are now. You're the version of yourself that trusts and believes in manifestation. I'm the version of myself that believes manifestation is easy for me. I'm the version of myself that believes it's easy for me to get into any version of myself I want. It's easy. And I always know exactly what to do. You're going to start telling yourself that. Visualizers, you're going to get a visual scene of exactly a picture, a visual, a scene that means to you, you have everything you want, whatever that scene is. And when you do your visualization, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. And you're going to allow yourself to feel, even if it's just the feeling of, well, it's possible. It's possible this could happen. Just allow yourself to get there. Allow your affirmations to get you there, affirmers. Just allow yourself, not force. And it's okay if you don't feel anything. And the reason why I'm bringing up, allow yourself to feel that joy or the excitement or possibility. Allow yourself to feel it so you can fucking feel good. So you can help yourself crawl out of victim state. I think you should be affirming, I am finally the version of myself that trusts myself. Do you know why I bring that one up? Because I know a lot of you have not taken the advice of just narrowing down a few coaches. I would say no more than 5, truthfully. Even that's a lot, but no more than 5 of who all kind of have the same mindset on manifestation so that you don't get confused, because some of you do. And this is not helping you get out of your fucking victim state when you're watching the 90,000 million trillion fucking coaches that are out there now. And some are just so riddled with limiting beliefs that you are getting upset and triggered when you hear the limiting beliefs come out their mouth. You know in that moment it's a limiting belief. So why you let it trigger you, I don't know. You should easily be looking at them like, yeah, okay, you fucking idiot. Okay. Hello, limited much. And then brush it right off. You don't got to take it on. You don't got to take nothing on from anyone, not even from me. Although I think you should listen to me. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? But no, but seriously. I am finally the version now that I trust myself, and I trust that I know what I'm doing manifestation-wise. And I'm doing it right. I'm doing everything right. That's who I am now. Whether maybe you're having an inner conversation with your 4D self like I like to do. As if I'm talking to her. Oh my God, I'm really living this life. We did it. I'm having it all. It feels surreal. I can't believe this is my life now. I'm so happy. Because this is what life is like for me now. And I just start talking. No restrictions, no rules, total freedom. Because that's what each and every one of us has, total freedom to create the rules of manifestation ourselves. And you're going to start that today. And you're going to start doing that every day. And as you start feeling a little bit better, and you will, as we shift through the states. If you're new here, let me give you a quick explanation. Your state of consciousness is your house. It includes all your beliefs and assumptions. It includes experiences, manifestations. But it's your everything. It's all housed in your state. And how you get into a state is by person, meaning it's individual. You decide how you get in the state. I like to just freely talk out loud or in my head to my 4D self. As if I'm having a conversation with her, telling her, ooh, look at my life now. This is who I am. I did it. You know, and in a fucked up way, you could probably just look at that like maybe it's affirming. Look at it as affirming. I like to also allow myself to feel what it would feel like if I was living whatever it is I'm manifesting right now. I like to do that. And it's a different feeling a lot of the time because, listen, I know some of us, when we hear embodying, you get in this place where you think you have to feel like, it's here. You're going to be excited when your manifestation comes in, but eventually it's just going to be your normal life. So it will feel normal, neutral, right? Okay, that's why. But what I'm saying is you don't have to think that you have to do every single thing that you hear, every single coach spew. Do what makes you feel good. And I say feel good because that's the goal here, to feel joy, to be happy about living. Finally realizing that life is full of possibilities. Full of possibilities. Whatever you want is at your fingertips by you making a decision to be that version of yourself. So today's the day. Start wherever you're at. You start telling yourself that you trust yourself. You know you're doing everything right. And if you haven't already done it, decide, what do you want to manifest? What do you want in your life? I always use specific person manifestations because everybody says to be manifesting one, and it's just easier, okay? Easier for me to spew stuff off for, that's all. But you can apply this to anything you're manifesting. If you're manifesting a specific person, you're going to want to start dealing with the mindset of free will, the concept of free will, and how it fucking doesn't exist. And you're going to want to really understand that so that you can stop thinking that your person doesn't want you. Stop focusing on fixing your outside conditions. We have to fix the inside first. And by fix, I mean choose, decide to be new self, to be the new you. And you get to be any version of yourself yet. So if you haven't done that yet, what do you want your life to look like? How do you want to feel when you get up in the morning? What does the new you have in his or her life? What does the new you think about life? Think about all the things they have. So for example, if it's a specific person, so what does the version of you who has the specific person, what do they think about life? What do they think about the relationship? I would use, they're fucking happier than hell because they're in the best relationship of their life. They know that they are in the relationship of a lifetime, meaning that's the person they're spending the rest of their life with. And they confidently know that. They don't question it. They know they're loved by their person, wanted, desired, pursued, chosen. And that version of yourself who has that specific person, they also know that they are more than enough for any of their desires, but most certainly more than enough for their specific person. They are the version of themselves that confidently knows that they fulfill specific person. That version feels fulfilled with their life. That to me, that's a goal. That's the place to go. That's what you should want, I would think. But hey, it's your manifestation. That's just my opinion. So what would that person probably feel like? I know for some of you, you probably just said, I don't know what it's like because I've never had it. Then why do you want it? Answer that question. It's not a trick question. Why do you want it? I'll tell you why you want it. Because you think it's going to make you feel a certain way. So start there. Use that. Well, then they feel that. So let's say this. Say you've never had a relationship. So you don't know what it feels like to be in a relationship. You want this manifestation, let's pretend, because you think it's going to make you happy. So then we are going to focus on being the version of ourselves that's happy in a relationship. In a happy, loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. There you go. Now you know what it feels like. No more excuses. No more excuses. Today's the day where we drop victim state like it's hot coals. Okay? Some of you needed this video and you know it. I know it. I know it. I got a piece of gum that I will not get rid of. I know for some of you this is hard. You've probably had lots and lots of experiences in your life that make you afraid to trust this is real for you, or that it's a real possibility that you can actually experience the things that you are really desiring. I understand that. So why don't you decide that you are becoming the version of yourself that trusts that this is for you? This is your turn, your time to finally have the life you want. Decide you're becoming that version. And once that state is stepped into by you, your perception is going to change. You're going to start feeling differently. And the idea of manifestation is going to feel a little bit more comfortable for you because that's who you're being. And then go to the next place of you having your desire. Now, for any of you listening and saying, well, I just want to go to my end. I just want to go to living in the end. Then go living in the end. Go there. Go there. And no more excuses. No more victim state. Everything is right here. Right here. Right in your hands. Decide today to be the version of you that knows they're having the best life ever. Literally, that sounded cheesy as hell, but really, the best life ever. You can finally trust that. You can believe that. Some of you just thought, it's pretty easy for her to say. It's easy for her to say. She makes YouTube videos. Yeah, I know. I was that person too, and I thought that way about a lot of the law of attraction channels. That's all there was when I first started. I know. But it's real. It's completely changed my life. Completely. But I had to give up victim state to get there, to get here. I had to. And I clung to victim state for a very long time. You've got to be sick of your own shit. Today's the day. Today's the day. No more excuses. No more. And for some of you, you probably just thought, I've wasted the last, I don't know, however long, we'll say a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. I spent all that time wasting, thinking negative thoughts, thinking it wasn't going to manifest, afraid I wasn't going to be able to do it, blah, 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 blah. All those scary thoughts. The law of assumption, manifestation, doesn't look at how long you were thinking shitty and then gives you that long worth of terrible things, terrible 3D experience. It doesn't work like that. You manifest from your state. So you could have spent the last 2 years thinking like a victim, a pure victim, and just a little time in the new state, in any state above victim state, you're going to see changes. And it's not going to take you 2 years to see the changes. It won't. You manifest from your state. Okay? Today's the day. Fuck victim state and start getting your damn dream life today. And on that note, it is Thursday. I was supposed to go live last night. I've already said in other live streams, I'm sorry, my schedule is right now. When life gets a little bit more normalized, we will go back to every freaking Wednesday. Until then, it's always a random day I can go live that I go live, but I will go live. I'm thinking probably Saturday because Sunday's Easter, unless I do an Easter one, but we'll see. But I will go live this weekend for sure. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I don't think so. This video is needed by some of you. Start getting the life you want. Be sick of your own shit. No more victim state. No more. And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow. Channel members, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow because Tuesday was rescheduled to tomorrow, okay? So hot seat coaching at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 11 a.m. will be the exclusive lives coaching group, okay? 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See y'all tomorrow. I love you all. I want you to get your manifestations. I do. I really do. But you got to drop that fucking victim state. It's got to go. Stop being married to your victim state.